Thank you. Um,
Where did he say we
okay.
are? Where are we?
Simin Lamed Beis Sif Chav Gimel.
None of these.
Okay, Hashena. Now we finished with the food. Finished with the food. Now we're on to the sleeping. Hashena hamimutzas. So middle of the road sleep is good for your health, right? Which is the same rule that he's been saying throughout, which is that everything's got to be down the middle, which is where tznius comes from, right? Because the food, when you, what do you call it? It digests when you're sleeping, and then you're how do you touch choshim? It gets to rest. And let's say something happens to you that you're not allowed, that you can't sleep. So then what you got to do is you have to eat things that will cause you to be able to sleep, right? Meaning there's certain foods that can help you sleep. Hold on, my thing just crashed. Because I'm on my app and it totally crashed. Board parrots? Thank you. And let's say you can't sleep. So for a sickness. You have to eat things that will make you sleep. But too much sleep will damage species male harosh edim, because then the head gets full of the edim. Really means like how do you say it? Like the steam? It really means steam, vapors. That's it. Ki yirba ashan ha'olam and abetan alamayach v'yamali arosh ashan, because you're gonna have all this ashan. This is not the first time the kids are saying this. He said many times. He says that this vapors or smoke goes into your head if you eat too much. Now he's saying if you sleep too much, then it messes with your head. Could be that's why you wake up sometimes you're in a fog. I wonder if that's where that comes from, right? But the bottom line is that it's important to sleep, so you got to have food that'll make you sleep, right? Sorry, I don't know why I'm having such technical difficulties here. Okay. I'm sorry, I left it off middle sentence. V'yimali rosh oshan, v'yazik leguf, hezek gadol, a major hezek. K'moshigesh le'adam li'zor shel lishan tekef archachili. You got to make sure you don't go to sleep right after you eat, which we also saw yesterday or the day before. You have to make sure you don't sleep when you're hungry. When you don't have food in the body, then there's going to be you're going to have a lot more heat, body heat from the exercise. And you're going to and you're going to have the smoke vapors that are going to make you lose and that's going to go into the brain. When you sleep, your head should be elevated, should be up like on pillows. The fisha yazel loredes is a what it does is if your head is on a tilt, so then whatever these edim are, whatever these vapors are going to go back down into the body. And it's going to limit whatever these things are going into the head. The natural sleep is during the night. Sleeping during the day is damaging, and it's not good only to those that are used to it. And I would say that Shana is going to discuss it. Really, be'etzem, me'ikar adin, it is also to sleep during the day. But nowadays, we say you're allowed to because we're used to it, like the Kitzur just said. How do you take a shower? How do you bathe? You should bathe every 7 days. And people want a heter to bathe daily, right? Maybe in the old days, that's what they did. Right? Meaning the old days they did once a week, so therefore you can't shower on Shabbos, no Yom Tov. But nowadays that we shower often, then maybe yeah. Anyways, same thing. You can't go into the bathhouse not when you're hungry and not when you're full. You should only go in once the food starts digesting. Wash your body in hot, and afterwards with warm water. And then you means that you gradually lower the heat until you get to cold. When you leave the bathhouse, make sure you leave fully clothed and cover your head. So like Tishla Beruach Kara, so that the cold air will not rule over you. Even in the summer, you have to be careful. And afterwards, you have to sit and have Yishuv Das, right? Meaning you gotta have like a cool down. Don't just jump out of the shower and then go on your regular way. And then eat. Maybe that's see them get it that on Friday outside the mikvahs they sell cholent and kugel and all those things. If you sleep a little bit after you get out of the merchatz, then that's very good. I don't know if that's where the minute comes from to sleep on Friday afternoon. The Chassidim have a minute that you sleep Friday afternoon. Maybe that's where it comes. I don't know. You should live in a place where the air is pure and clean. In a high altitude and in a large house. See, for those people that want to live in a large house, it's a prefer to get the Shulchan Aruch. And if it's possible, in the summer, don't. I didn't realize my video is not off. In the summer, don't live in a place where it's open to the north wind, or to the east wind. And there should be nothing there that's going to, dirty, mold. And the house should always smell good, and it should always have good smoke. So this is the thing that they have, those the smell, they pump in the smell like hotels do in the lobby. People can buy enough of the houses. So it seems like the Kitzur would be pro that. What's the proper air? It should be equal. It should be somewhere in the middle, like we learned everything should be in the middle, between the cold and the hot. Don't let your house get too hot in the summer, that the way people do that have no das. Because when you're very hot, many sicknesses come. So do it in a way that you don't feel any cold at all. And it shouldn't be too hot either. Right? Fine. Chav Zayin. Lishmar chush ha're'iyah. So how do you keep your sight going? Yizar midvaram elu. You got to be careful from these things. Don't go quickly from darkness to light. And if you do need to, open the door a little. Look at that light for a little bit for a few seconds. Then open it a little bit more. And look at that light for a few seconds. Then you could open the door all the way. So everything gradual. Same thing when you go from light to dark. Just going, swapping out dark to light to dark, without any middle thing, mazik l're'iyah, damages the sight. That's the way Hashem created the world. The sun goes over the land little by little. I mean, it just doesn't become light instantly. And Shki also happens gradually. That he gives light and to those that live on it, and pity, with rachmanis. It doesn't automatically become light. And light that comes from the sun, that really means that it bounces back, it's like reflected. The sun is shining on some place, and from there the light comes. That is not good. So that's when you get, when the light comes off of glass or mirrors. So that's very blinding light. I'm assuming that's what the kids is referring to. Don't live in a house that all the windows are on the north side, because the sun doesn't come to the north. The only light you're going to get is reflective light, which is not good. And even if you have windows to the east or the south or the west, if you can't see the sky, you have high walls. That's also just reflective. So therefore, you should make sure to have natural light. I think home designers and architects always talking about getting natural light. You should be careful from writing or reading. During the Arbein Hashmoshes, it's not healthy to read or do anything that requires heavy reading. The same thing in the middle of the day when the sun is at its strongest. Don't write a lot or read in the sefer with small letters. And any malacha daka, I'm assuming like sewing and these type of things, don't do any of that at night. Okay, just staring at something white is also damaging. That's why the sky is blue like tchelis, and it's not white. It shouldn't damage the eyes. And then to look at something that's pure red, and same thing by fire, that's also damaging. That's why they say when people are soldering, a very, very bright light, you're not supposed to look at it. And I'm assuming also by the eclipses, I don't know if that's a bright light, but fine. So Oshan Vareach Gofres Mazikin Gamkein, smoke and sulfur are also damaging. V'chein avagdak, and small, dust, ruach habala neged einayim, or wind that comes into the eyes. V'chein alicha meruba, walking a lot, upsi yagasa, and taking very big steps. V'chia meruba, too much crying. Kamasham rakasav kalu b'adamais einay. My eyes got ruined because of tears. And the worst is a lot of intimacy. Right? But mitzvahs Hashem, doing mitzvahs, which usually means Torah, that makes your eyes have light. Right? So all these other things are damaging. So again, the basic rule. Now we're done with the health, and now we get back into literal halacha tomorrow, B'ez Hashem. But the bottom line is everything that we do should be down the middle, and that's it. Nothing more than that. And then will be everything gradual, nothing sudden, and then we'll be healthy. All right. On that note, everybody should be healthy, and they should have a fine night.